What's going down, Team Tondi? What's going down? Your girl's a little bit late. It's 8:06, not a problem. I know you see the glasses on. I know you see them because tonight, if you just join me, tonight is what? Conversations and Connect MD. That's what it's about. A lot of you guys have been watching my videos, watching live. I thank you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Some of you guys have also gotten some of the free prescription cards. Thank you so very much. And if you share this video tonight, I'm gonna tell you out the gate, if you share this video tonight, I want to give you the prescription card as well. So thank you everybody for joining me. This is Conversations with a K. I like that. And Connect MD. Okay, this is just about me answering a lot of the questions, okay, that people have inboxed me on Facebook, okay, about Connect MD. If you just join me, yes, this is Conversations with a K, and this is about Connect MD, answering a lot of questions. I got my glasses so I can read you guys tonight, okay? So this is really informal. This is not me selling. As we know, Trump's bill just passed, yesterday, the beautiful bill, and what that meant for a lot of people. It's going to mean that a lot of people, healthcare, Medicare, food stamps. I mean, a lot of things are on the chopping block. What's up, Tony? I see you in the building. So, we're here to have a conversation about what does that really even mean, okay? No, I'm not here to sell you something unless you want me to, all right? Y'all know my sentence, okay? But no, for real, it's a conversation about what's going on. And so first and foremost is that let's talk about healthcare. What you gonna do? Okay, somebody did inbox me and say the first thing, I got everything written down, what people have said to me. And the first question was, Tondi, is this insurance? You can take it down a notch. I know you guys know that I sell insurance, but this is not insurance, okay? So this is so easy. This is light. Let that just kind of like free your mind up, okay? This is not insurance. This is like, it's a healthcare membership, and when you are in the circle of friends, it has its benefits. Membership has its privileges, baby. So listen, you know what I'm saying? Membership, okay, Reg is in the build. Okay, Peaches. So listen, so this is not insurance. This is like an actual group, a membership. Look at it like that. Look, think about your Costco card, your Sam's card, AAA. When you are in that group, when you have that membership gives you so much access to benefits, discounts, and that's exactly what Connect MD is about. Think of it as a membership, okay? So it's not insurance, okay? We got that out the way. And to stay on the topic of insurance, someone simply said, okay, listen, T, I'm answering everybody's questions. We're trying to read it in other conversations. I have insurance, so why do I need it? Okay, I got you on that one. Somebody said, why do I need it? I gave a story about a client of mine, make a long story short, couldn't get into her actual doctor, needed a doctor's excuse. Now, she makes a nice sum of money, and she has to have doctor's excuses. Listen, they have plans of obviously $60, $80, and $100. But let me tell you, having access to your doctor very quickly to get your your actual pass, if you will, to go back to work, your doctor's excuse can save you for your job. How much do you make annually? 70, 80, 60, doesn't matter. That monthly will save your job. You know what I mean? And your health at that. So the question was, I already have it. Why? I already have insurance. Why do I need it? Okay. This can be used, like with your insurance or standalone. Okay. It can be either or. It's like a supplement. When we eat this food out here and it's not that great, we take supplements because it's missing some things. So look at it like that. Okay. And also, a lot of people say, well, T, I can go to Swope Park. I'm going to Swope Parkway Health. I'm not hating, and we love Swope Parkway Health or any community type of, healthcare, agencies. We love all that. But think about it. When you go to places like that and you spend women's wellness, I think it's like $35 or $40 just for your women's wellness check. And you're still going to pay for whatever prescription they gave you on top of that. Okay. So you pay $35. That's if you're in a certain, income bracket, how all those things matter. So if you went 2 times in 1 month, you've already paid what your monthly would be with Connect MD, and you're adding 7 people. So if you just join me tonight, we're just having conversation about Connect MD and why do I need it? Why is it important? What's the deal? Because I'm not here to sell you anything. Trump has already sold you on why you will be needing to come to Connect MD, because there has been so many budget cuts, okay? And so this is why I'm really trying to bring this up. So I'm trying to answer all the questions that people have inboxed me, and I wrote them all down, and to ask some questions. And that question was simply, why do I need this if I already have insurance? I guarantee you right now, if you had to get into your primary care physician, it's gonna be some weeks, baby. Dermatology, my skin is messed up. I've got to make my plan because I do have ConnectMD membership. But dermatology on an average for everybody is 30 days, okay? The time you spend even just trying to go over to the ER for something, you can spend an hour or two in the ER for some people. But this, I'm telling you, with this, okay, this telehealth company, okay, its average call is like, what, 16 minutes? And you're getting someone on the phone, okay? So, that's what's really popular. I see all you guys showing some love out there, all the hearts. I really appreciate that. Okay, so, and not to mention, let's talk about medication. This is like free scripts. You have acute meds, okay? So it's gonna be free on acute meds. And for those of you all who don't know what acute meds are going to be the things that you can take care of like in a 30-day type of a period, some antibiotics, things of that nature, okay? Some OTCs, over the counter. So acute meds are free with this, okay? So that's really, really important with that one. So no copay. Whereas insurance, some copays can be hundreds of dollars, just depends on what you got going on. But with ConnectMD, there is no copay. That's going to save you. Think about it. On our platinum plan, for $100 divided by 7 people per month, you do the math. A little over $10, whatever the math that is, it's not much. So the math is great if you think about it like that. So that's what that was. That question was, is if I have insurance, do I need it? And you bet your bottom dollar you need it. No copays, instant access to your doctor in 15, 20 minutes. You just really can't beat that, okay? So another question was, and these aren't in any specific order. These are just in the order they were in my inbox. How do I get mine for free? So that's kind of cool too, because if you have insurance, I'm not knocking insurance. You guys know I sell insurance. So if you need me, shameless plug, call me for per risk for your home, your auto. Got you. Okay. Anyway, but with this ConnectMD, when you sign up with your plain membership, not your plain, with your membership, you're able to tell 3 of your friends about your membership. And because of that wonderful referral of 3 people, we're going to give you your membership for free. Wow. Wow. Can you say free? Because your girl loves free. Let me look at that again. Free, baby. Okay. I love free. You cannot beat that. Okay. Okay. Another question somebody asked me is, I know somebody who needs it, but they don't speak English. Okay. Not a problem. Not a problem. Our system is set up for you to be able to speak English and Spanish. And not to mention, Social Security numbers are not needed to actually sign up with this membership plan. So, let's talk about that. There are people that we know are in extenuating circumstances and they don't have a social. But the whole point of ConnectMD is for everybody to have access to healthcare. We don't care if you speak Spanish, if you do, if you don't. If you have a social, you do, you don't. It's getting healthcare where it needs to be, and that's in the hands of you, the human, the person. We don't care about that. So that's the really great thing about that. So definitely, tell your friends whether they are Latin speaking or not. We can definitely give you a link for that and you can inform them about that. Okay. Someone asked me, this is a really good question because you guys know, the real conversation would be, hey T, in my chair, when I'm doing my beauty thing, you guys know me for beauty as well. We as women, men too in the barbershop, talk about a lot of life things that go on. That mental health is real. And I do love our friends and our family. But at some point, Cousin Pookie can't tell you what you need to know, right? You be like, you know what, Cousin Pookie, as she's talking, you looking at her like, I don't know if that's a good diagnosis. You're right, because Cousin Pookie is not a professional, okay? So with ConnectMD, a lot of times we don't want to talk about, mental health and what's really going on. We don't have anybody to talk to. So, this is really great because when you get at the $80 plan and up, that's our gold and our platinum, behavioral health becomes an added bonus for you. You know what I mean? We love having our friends and our homegirls, our homeboys, but there comes a time where we've got to say, hey, I love you guys, but I've got to go see a real professional. So the question was, what about therapy? And you darn tootin', let's not sweep our issues under the rug. Let's not act like they don't exist in not just my community, but in everybody's community. This is not a race thing. This is a race of people thing. It's not color specific. Therapy is real. Let's not push it under the rug and let's not act like it's not a real thing. Let's take care of it because it's serious, okay? Y'all see my teeth. Y'all know last year I had braces, right? Okay. I didn't think I really needed them, but I was like, let me just try to straighten up a couple of my bottom teeth or whatever. Cleaning, it was a big deal. I got to get them cleaned again. It's about that time, but I'm glad I have ConnectMD because the cleaning prices had gone up, where I was going. I love where I was going, but the prices have gone up. And I went to my inbox, my back portal, and my cleaning was going to be $69 to get my teeth cleaned. So I got to make my appointment for that too. I can't wait. But, so the question on this one was dental, vision, and lab. Listen, You guys can say, I don't really need ConnectMD. Okay, you need it for your teeth. You need it, but not to mention, it doesn't matter what plan you choose. You can add you and 7 of your family members onto this one. Who doesn't care about their teeth? Getting your teeth cleaned is a twice-a-year thing. If you pay out of pocket for that, you're going to pay plus x-rays and exams and all of that. You're going to pay a couple hundred of dollars just to get that done. I know you guys have kids and all this candy and the sugar that they're on with the foods. Having our teeth cleaned is going to be, that's going to be a lifesaver right there on that. That's just going to be really great. So the dental and the vision is going to really save you tons and tons of money. I think with ConnectMD, the average math that we save, don't quote this number to the penny, but we do save. If you compare your insurance versus what ConnectMD can offer and all the benefits, we're saving a family easily, depending upon what you got going on, from $500, to $700 annually. You're saving money. Saving, that's the thing I'm saying, saving, okay? So yes, dental, vision, and labs are in. If I think about labs real quick, I did talk about the weight loss that it did offer, and that does come with it. Your lab, if you want to do Connect Fit, okay? That Connect Fit, if you want to get that GLP-1, everyone's getting slim and trim. Your girl's about to get on it. But I've been taking this week or so to get my mind right and get back in the gym and do my thing. But it comes with your blood work. It comes with your lab work. I mean, that's another example that comes with that one. But yeah, so that's a great one. I did explain what acute med. Someone says, what is acute? We have formulary, non-formulary, but the word acute just simply means short term. Okay, so yes, those short term illnesses, and your antibiotics, that is included in your membership plan. That is really what's in there. Okay. The biggest question, probably people go, well, why do I need telehealth? Why do I need? First of all, we're always on our phone. Our phone is like our number one resource, right? Anything happens, you've got that phone, whether y'all scrolling on Facebook, Instagram, whether you're recording something that happened and went shifty. Listen, the phone is paramount, okay? Not just the phone, but the phone, the tablet, and your computer. This is a digital era. But why telehealth? Why that? Let's think about people who live far. People in rural areas that have no access to healthcare. A doctor can be, 50 miles away for some people, 30 miles away. I mean, that's not close, clearly, okay? What about the person who their health does not even allow them to even get to the doctor fast enough, but what they need, their medications need to be called in, okay? And they can see their doctor without having to physically leave their home. That is really great. Think about the woman who works from home and then she has kids and she's doing all of this juggling. How can she make time to even get to the doctor? Telehealth is going to be paramount for anybody who works from home, has kids, family, job. That means everybody has that type of thing going on, okay? What about people that don't have transportation? Yeah, you may be driving your Lexus or your Beamer and it seems okay to you, but there are millions of people that don't have transportations. What about people that live in a more tight? I'm here in Kansas City, so obviously, our highways aren't as congested like Atlanta or anything. Let's say you're in New York. I mean, you can't just have a car. It costs a lot. I mean, living is a lot in, NYC, but shout out, big ups to those NYCers out there. But I'm saying, if you don't have a car, transportation, you can literally open your phone, open your tablet, and get to your doctor ASAP in about 16 minutes. You can't even drive anywhere to get to someplace in 16 minutes, okay? You can't even do a load of laundry in 16 minutes, okay? So to get some results from your doctor that quick in 16 minutes, that is a serious thing, okay? So that question was, why should I even think about getting telehealth? Because of travel. Think about the people that are in the not just military, but they have great benefits too. But I'm saying, think about people that travel for a living in their job. I mean, just think about that. Just because you have insurance, this doesn't mean that you don't need this too. This is on top of, because there is no copay. You see your doctor faster. These acute meds are added with that. Dental, vision, that comes with that. So if you travel a lot, let's say that you did go see a friend and you were out of state. You just went to go travel, having a girl's time or whatever. You were staying for a week or whatever. And, anywhere in the U.S., you can use this. Doesn't matter if you're in Dallas or you're in Florida, you're in Cali or NYC. It doesn't matter. Anywhere in the U.S., you can use this. Where can you do that? If you left here and moved somewhere to Arizona, you got to scour around. Who's the best doctor? Who's your doctor? Well, I don't need that. Because if I have ConnectMD and I have the Platinum, I have my own primary care under that plan right there. It doesn't matter. Or if I have an urgent care issue, I can just get on the phone. So listen, if you travel, even just going to see your friends, just traveling for life purposes, this is really, really great. Okay. And that's the other question that's right behind this. Someone says, can I have ConnectMD and can I live anywhere? Exactly. I just answered that one. Can I live anywhere? Of course you can, anywhere in the U.S. And I just gave that example of that. So don't feel disheartened if you're watching this and you're not here in Kansas City with me, okay? You can still sign up, okay? It doesn't matter if you're in Texas. You can sign up today. You can sign up anytime. I'm going to leave the link to that. And I'm also going to leave the link for Dr. Pittsford. He has a webinar. You know, I do these kind of late in the evening because a lot of you guys work. But the webinar has some scheduled times after this. So definitely I'll leave the link for the webinar. Also, if I didn't answer all the questions, this is more of a conversation. This is not me selling you anything. This is just us talking about saying, you know what, sis, how do you feel? How do you really feel mentally? Yeah, let's take care of that. Let's not call up cousin Pookie or, you know, cousin whoever or your auntie and them and get their advice. Let's get a professional. Let's get a professional that we can afford, that's in our area, not in our area, but I'm saying someone we can afford, and they have a lot of people, 16,000. So it doesn't matter where we are, what area we're in, we have access to medical doctors and they are certified, bona fide, and we cannot beat this, okay? Another question. Someone said, okay, how many doctors? Okay, that's a good question. I just almost answered that one. It's about 16,000 doctors in this membership. So, you know, that's a lot of people. You really can't beat that. Okay. I've mentioned this before. People keep asking me about this. Yeah, T, you say, okay, I'll call up and then what? Okay. How much is my wait time? About 15, 16 minutes, about that. Okay. You know, you've had an argument with your boyfriend or your girlfriend for 16 minutes, probably texting back and forth. I mean, 16 minutes is no time. So the response time is really, really great as to why you should choose ConnectMD. And let me tell you guys, telehealth, I just really can't say enough. I mean, in this day where we're traveling, working from home, moving, shaking, I mean, having access to urgent care, I mean, it's just really real. We need a quick antibiotic. If you need a doctor's excuse, I mean, that one, the membership alone would save your job, literally. If you were not feeling well and you needed to have your doctor's excuse, yeah, you can get that. And think about how much you make annually. I mean, I know somebody right now who's on probation because they weren't able to validate why they need a doctor's excuse, you know, so this could definitely. Now, someone asked me this one. Okay, T, it sounds good. I'm a little skeptical. I'm really not sure. And I get it, you know, I mean, people don't really know. They want to do it like a Costco. Can I sample the chip before I buy it? Absolutely, you can. I would love for all of y'all just to try it out. You guys know that I'm not a person who's going to sell something that A, I don't believe in, and B, you know, I don't already have myself. And so I definitely am going to tell you, try it while you're buying it, because when you try, you got to buy it, right? And just go ahead, add your 7 people. 7 people. That's a lot. You, your spouse, and your kids. That's a lot of people that you can actually add. Okay, Janisha's in the building. Okay, Shonda, you's in the building. Everybody's in the building. I thank y'all so very much. Peaches, everybody. So I'm saying, I encourage you to go ahead and try this out. Just try it out. If you just join me, we were just having just conversations about, you know, how our mental health is not well. I mean, even just our teeth. I mean, from a dating perspective, I mean, let me lean in close, okay? I mean, from dating, how many times have you, like, somebody wanted to date you and you looked at their mouth and was like, why don't they, I see what he's driving. Why didn't he get his teeth together? I'm not trying to throw shots. I'm not trying to put the tea out there or anything. I'm just saying, listen, we don't want to have expensive car and our teeth are not clean or not right. So I'm just saying, like, let's put our priorities where they really need to be on our health care and our fitness. You know, diabetes is really strong in the African-American community. Diabetes, you know, heart strokes, you know, those things are really, really important. You know, there are some things too, people did ask me that's not on this card that I did write down. Some people did ask me about, what about men's health? What about ED? You know, we know what that's for. What about, I don't want to get flagged from Facebook. What about, you know, menopause and some hormone therapy replacement? Listen, this is why at the Platinum membership, you have access to a primary care physician, and they're going to be able to actually answer all those questions. I'm not a doctor, but I'm saying I'm trying to get you the health that you need. And if you think that you don't need this and you want to just go to the clinic or something like that, if you went to the clinic 2 times for whatever your issue was, okay, and had to get a prescription, you might as well just got the Platinum membership. And not to mention, that Platinum membership is going to take care of you and your family. I mean, so don't go the cheap route and think, oh, I can just get a coupon, you know, off of Groupon somewhere. I'm not hating on Groupon. I'm saying some coupon somewhere. If you do that 2 times, you could have just paid for the membership. And that's really what we want you to do, is to pay for the membership and to get the benefits for you and your family. The other thing someone asked when they ask about, can I get mine free? If you have already signed up with me with ConnectMD and you've done the actual 3 referrals, you know, with ConnectMD, with 3 members, I get to give one away. So don't forget that. So if you've already signed up, you and a friend, and you say, hey, T, I really want to give this membership away to somebody, definitely send me a text message, inbox me, because that's called Connect Cares. And we get to actually give away a free membership when we sign up 3. And that's another thing. Someone says, well, hey, you know, I don't really know you, but, you know, and that's okay that you don't know me personally, but if you know ConnectMD, I'm trying to introduce you to ConnectMD. But when you hit the link, it's like in silence. It's quiet. I mean, no one's going to know. No one's going to know when you get slimmer. No one's going to know when you are feeling when you have mental clarity. Girl, you changed. You seem to get your swag back. I see your sexy on, or you feel more confident. Yeah, you've got some therapy. I was able to unload some of that baggage, get the monkey off my back. I mean, I was able to do some of that. So, you know, no one's going to know. No one's going to know, but just you, that you have chosen health. That you have chosen to say, T, let me have a conversation. This conversation is not just with me. I really want you to have a conversation with yourself. I mean, I'm all for fashion and things we buy, but when we are sacrificing lace wigs for healthcare or just some recreational things, I'm not here to make anybody feel guilty, because I've spent my money in some areas where I probably shouldn't have either. But I'm just saying that healthcare is on the forefront. It is super, super important, because health is wealth. It doesn't matter how much money you have. If your health is not there, then, you know, think about that boyfriend or girlfriend who's stressing you out. Think about how you need to talk to somebody. Think about, I know that one of my good friends, you know, her mom passed recently, and I wish I had the words for her to tell her, hey, it's going to be all right. But, you know, therapy is really what she needed to some degree. A professional. I love to be help to her, but, you know, professionals can definitely do some things that I can't do. But I love that I got to talk with her. But, you know, therapy is really a real thing, but she's doing really well. So God has really blessed her, though. It's really great, though. So this company is just really awesome about people. If you just joined, this is us having a conversation about ConnectMD. If you're in the chat, you can actually type in your question if you want to, and let me know what question that you have that I can answer for you. But this is just super, super important. I just want you guys to know that it is now 8:28. So if you just joined us, it's 8:28. And this was Conversations with ConnectMD. We're just trying to connect. We're trying to answer your questions. This is not a sale, because after the bill passed last night with Trump, I'm telling you, you guys are going to be blowing up my phone, because this is something that you don't want. You're going to need this. Cutting food stamps, cutting Medicaid, cutting healthcare. I mean, it was a lot of cutting going on, okay? So I really want you guys to really think about this. I want you to try it. Try it and enjoy it. Try it and tell me you don't love it. Try it and say, T, I cannot believe that. You know, we have a testimony of a young lady who moved to another state, and she had ConnectMD. She actually sells ConnectMD, and her son had asthma. And make a long story short, because he was on her list of children that were on there, she was able to get his medication because he almost had an attack. I think it was asthma, or was it epilepsy? It was something like that. But she was able to get to her care provider very, very quickly. And so that's why, you know, that's important to also have telehealth, because it doesn't matter where you are. Thank you for all the love and the hearts flying around. That's why it is super important. Listen, but before I go, like a real commercial, okay, I want to give a shout out to a couple businesses that always support me all the time. First and foremost, I want to give that shout out to Mazuma, okay? Giving a shout out to Mazuma Credit Union, because they always support you know, initiatives that this is about saving money. And with Mazuma, you can open an account for $1. You know, if you want to open an account and put that, you know, monthly charge of your ConnectMD account on your Mazuma account, only $1 to open an account with Mazuma, okay? So we love Mazuma. I've had it since high school. So yeah, I love Mazuma, and they are our favorite, okay? Then also our sponsor number 2 is Montel Senior, okay? It is In Motion. Okay, In Motion Towing and Recovery. Okay, I know those numbers are backwards. I'm going to tag Montel. Listen, Montel has always been a great supporter. He and his wife always been a great supporter of me and all my endeavors. So definitely, you know, the 5th District, Curls has talked about trying to crack down on illegal tows and whatnot. But this is a reputable company, so I want you guys to definitely try out that. That's our other sponsor of the night. And then our last sponsor of tonight is going to be the Rack Essentials, the clothing Rack Essentials, located in the Gates Plaza. So definitely shout out to her. Got an amazing handbag, okay? This is cute, this lamb's wool. Look how fluffy that is. Look how thick that is, okay? Okay. Okay, so I'm definitely, yes, the Rack Essentials in Gates Plaza and In Motion Towing, shout out, and then also Mazuma. Mazuma also allowed me to do a commercial for them on KCPT. So definitely keeping our finances. We can actually start a health account like that. That's really great. That was some benefits, okay? And when we save money, then we can go buy fun stuff like this, okay? So yeah, from the Rack Essentials. Listen, this has been great. I don't see too many questions in the comments. Oh my gosh, it's 8:31. Okay, I'm going to leave you guys the link that you all can actually go over to the webinar and see Dr. Pitts. Look at the presentation that he has. Do inbox me like everybody else has been inboxing me so that I can answer all of your questions. Listen, I'm going to do this conversation thing, I don't know, maybe once a month, and let's have a conversation about health and wellness and try to bring some nuances. Oh, don't forget, I forgot to mention too, those of you all who were considering doing the Connect Fit, which is getting your GLP-1. Okay, don't forget I have a special gift for you. You can choose this or one of our other shapers. Definitely want to, get on my fitness. I've been in the gym doing my thing because your girl has gained some weight, but I'm back on track and say, okay, so definitely if you were thinking about that, listen, no one's going to know. When you hit the link to get your GLP-1, no one's going to know. It's only going to be you. No one's going to know what you got. When you start looking so sexy, so slim, so trim, no one's going to know but you. So listen, don't feel scared to click the link and just buy. Oh, pets, okay? Maybe this purse reminded me of a pet because it's lamb's wool, but it reminded me of a pet. Don't forget pet insurance is only $19.95. I forgot somebody did ask me about that. $19.95 for your pet. Okay, you cannot beat that. We love our animals. We love our furry loved ones. So definitely be sure to get that one. Okay, 8:32 right now. I love you guys so very much for all of your support and all your energy. Listen, this was Conversations and Connect MD, baby. I had to read all the questions. Okay, I think I got answers for everybody. Okay, your girl was in the building, right? Okay, I had fun. I thank you guys so very much. Listen, do share this video. And as your bonus, I said this earlier, for sharing this video, I do have a prescription card I would like to give everybody because I want you to have some discounts on that. I want you to also watch a video. So go catch the webinar. It should be starting about 8:45, I think, right about now. I'll drop the link to that. I think that's about right. There's a couple sessions going on tonight. So catch the webinar. Do get the prescription card. Inbox me personally, and I'll definitely send that to you. Okay, take advantage and just call me. And like I said, when you press the link to get the membership, no one's going to know. No one's going to know. Okay. So you're going to love it, love it, love it, love it. All right, guys. I love you guys so very much. So, big ups to ConnectMD, Team Beast Mode, baby. And then also Pro Risk Service Group. That is the insurance company that I do work for. And I thank them for allowing me to have this platform as well. So I love you guys. All right. We're out. Have a nice night.